everyone, welcome to your number one YouTube channel, World Diplomacy News and Updates. I am your host, my name is Dagmay, taking you through these sessions. Stay tuned to get hot and balanced information regarding to Ethiopia, the Horn of Africa, as well as the continent and the world phenomenon. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much again for joining World Diplomacy. Egypt's secret Nile deal divides Juba. As the dispute between Egypt and Ethiopia over the latter Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam was raging, the former was lobbying other Nile basin countries to find alternative ways to maintain the volume of water flowing down to the Aswan Dam. The alternative was found in South Sudan. It turns out that in the middle of the dam controversy, Egypt and South Sudan signed a secret agreement to degrade the Nile River tributaries in Unity State to divert 4.8 million cubic meter of water annually downstream to Sudan and Egypt, an increase of around 5 to 7% of the latter's current volume. The issue has divided the Juba government. The agreement came to light recently when South Sudan Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation, Manwa Peter Gatop, now deceased, revealed that Cairo and Juba had signed an agreement in April last year for Egypt to degrade the 30-kilometer stretch of Bahr al-Ghazal river system from Unity State capital Bentu. Vice President for Economic Cluster Dr. James Wani Iga had led the government team of Egypt, according to Mr. Gatkoz. The canal project involves the building of water cadres in Egyptian institutions, degrading and aquatic weed control in the Bahr al-Ghazal basin, as well as the creation of landing spots along the canal. Solar systems will be installed at drilled boreholes to provide safe drinking water. So when a 21-truck convoy from Egypt arrived in South Sudan through Khartoum, many rose up to oppose the project, arguing it will affect the ecological balance in South Sudan and make Sudan vulnerable to flood. Among those opposed to the dredging is the Minister of Environment and Forestry, Josephine Napon, who termed the project illegal in the absence of a proper environmental assessment and a notification from the Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation. The controversy has spilled over the East African Court of Justice, where Ilario Adam and Atikbar Deng say it is environmentally unsustainable and it will affect protected areas in East Africa. The main reason for this application is challenging the illegality of the degrading along the Nam River Nile in Unity State and Bahr al-Ghazal basin. According to East African laws, prior to this kind of project, there must be environmental assessment, said Mr. Adam. But despite the environmental concerns, former Director of Water Resources in Kenya, John Nayaro, says that Egypt would gain up to an additional 10 billion cubic meters in the tributary if the tributaries are drained, while the waters that leaves Lake Victoria through the White Nile in 40 billion cubic meters, only 20 billion arrives in Khartoum, where it meets the Blue Nile from Ethiopia. If the swamps channel are opened to allow quick flow of water, it would solve the problem of stagnation, which results in loss through evaporation, said Mr. Nayaro. Meanwhile, South Sudan finally inaugurates first National Bank of Egypt subsidiary. Vice President for Economic Cluster Dr. James Wani Iga, who inaugurated the bank, held ties between South Sudan and the Arab Republic of Egypt and said the bank's presence in Juba will boost trade cooperation between the two countries. The Egyptian biggest state-run lender first got its approval for a South Sudan subsidiary in April 2021. Vice President for Economic Cluster Dr. James Wani Iga, who inaugurated the bank, held ties between South Sudan and the Arab Republic of Egypt and said the bank's presence in Juba will boost trade cooperation between the two countries. This bank will strengthen the relationship between the two countries in terms of trade, economic, and many other fields, Dr. Iga told journalists during the official opening of the bank subsidiary in Juba on Tuesday. Iga said the Juba subsidiary got its approval following an agreement between President Salva Kiir Mayardit and his Egyptian counterpart President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who have signed a number of memorandums of understanding with the sisterly countries of Egypt pledged by the two presidents, President Salva Kiir Mayardit and President Abdel Fattah Said Hussein. Iga said this bank has been allowed by these two leaders to come and operate in South Sudan. Definitely, the people of South Sudan must find this an opportunity to celebrate, he said. Hisham Okasha, chairperson of the board of National Bank of Egypt, said that the bank's presence in Juba will boost cooperation and development in Africa. The National Bank of Egypt is the largest bank in Egypt. It was established in 1898 and we have a very strong strategy in our expansion with Africa, said Okasha. It was established on June 25, 1898 with a capital of 1 million. National Bank of Egypt has an extensive network of 553 branches, offices, and bank units nationwide. It has subsidiaries in Sudan, New York, South Africa, Dubai, and others.